I've had these extensions in for quite a few weeks. Yes, they are extensions. Thank you very much, because my hair is currently this short. Now, funnily enough, when I got these extensions, I wasn't planning to keep them long because Alexa from the US asked me if it was possible to put in extensions and cut them short on my pixie cut into my favorite short bob. Cannot be more excited. I need to start by washing this hair. So if you're unfamiliar, you can now officially leave hair suggestions for me on my website. I'm officially out of hair ideas, which means that I'm officially relying on you to give me the next best concept ideas. Alexa told me to get extensions and then cut them into a bob. When I saw it, I was like, absolutely, that is the best idea ever. That is what we're doing today. Cutting my 20-inch long extensions into my favorite short one-length bob. I always get so excited when it comes to cutting my hair because it feels like a new start and like I'm releasing a new version of me. Let me know if you relate. It literally feels like I'm shedding extra weight. So I'm gonna go one step further and do that all over my body. Transformation day. I once again have my incredible Cini IPL handset device with me. It is now a staple that once a month you are going to get some pure Cini content. If you're unfamiliar with this, I am on a wild hunt to get the perfect hairless summer body using only this one device. I've been using this consecutively for the past few weeks. Within the first 3 or 4 weeks of using it, I've immediately seen the results. So I decided to stick with it, and it is now month 4 of focusing solely on getting rid of my leg hair. I've already completely de-haired my armpits, and it is now literally just my legs that I have left. As soon as I literally started using this, my hair started growing back much thinner. Obviously, the hair started getting much patchier and patchier because we are officially getting rid of most of the hair, and my skin has been so soft. So let's do some touch-ups together before getting into the video. This device works differently to waxing, shaving, or even in-house laser clinics because it does not involve pain, smells, ingrowns, and it is a one-time purchase that is much cheaper than any in-house clinic. The one particular is that you have to repeat this every few weeks to completely be able to reach all the hairs on your body. There are hundreds of thousands of hair on your body. For us to be able to reach every single one of them and tell it to F off, we do have to repeat this consistently and consecutively. On a clean, non-lotion surface, press the device onto your skin. Make sure it makes contact and then press the main big button. You can also put this on glide mode by long pressing the main button, and it just does it all for you. Then you just start passing this over your desired areas, aiming to reach every part of your skin. You can even map out the different areas with a white liner, but now I've mapped this out so much that in my brain I'm able to do it just visually. Repeat this all over and you're done. Painless and effective. The more you repeat this, the more hairless you become. I am now completely hair-free anywhere that I've used the Cini for repeated weeks. I literally never have to shave anymore. And very, very lucky for you, I was able to manage to get you a coupon code for not 10%, but 20% off. Use code HAIR20. You can visit directly by following the link in my bio, or you can go directly to kenzi.com, K-E-N-Z-Z-I, and check out all the wonderful products that they have on their site, including the Cini IPL handset. What are you waiting for? Let's get hairless together. I'm wearing a really fucking cute dress right now, so we do not want to get this full of hair. First thing we need, gown. If you don't have a haircutting gown, use a t-shirt or anything that you do not care about filling with 100 million little annoying hairs, because you will get there. Brush out the hair. I'm using the most beautiful brush ever, linked down below. I even customized it. Look at it, it's so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, so now here's the plan of action as well as a tiny bit of an explanation. So I want to give myself my very, very, very classic short bob haircut that I love. I repeat every single year. In fact, when I shaved my head, I was like, that is the haircut that I want next. So my hair under the extensions is this long. So I want the bob to be from here, kind of following down the shape of my jaw. So the extensions are literally going to be cut to like that. That's it. That's the plan of action. I bought this barbering clipper that I think is the most beautiful thing ever. So this is what we're using today. It's cordless. It's charged with a USB key. I fucking love it. I'm gonna be starting by cutting off one half of my head and then neatening it up once I get most of the hair bulk off. So join me. Always go for longer than you need. Haircuts are literally the funnest hair change you can do. Oh my god, that is liberating. Oh my god! Yes! I do wish to say that this is meant to be a neatening clipper. It's not meant to be used for like bulk hair cutting. The reason it is so slim up at the top is so that you can get really neat, crisp lines, but I thought it was absolutely beautiful, so I'm using it today. And it is also sometimes used to really sharpen up a bob. Do you know what though? I do want to cut this next part with scissors. I also wish to kind of open up the conversation regarding these extensions because I posted the video of getting them, and while many of you guys' opinions was nothing short of supportive, a lot of you were not so supportive. Now, when I went to get these extensions in, I need you to understand that I went in there with the intention of doing this video. So I went in and I told Alberto, the guy who did the extensions, that I will want to cut them immediately. The thing is that when I saw him put them in, I was like, oh my god, they look so beautiful. I changed my mind. I want to keep them long. Now, when it comes to application of extensions, there is a difference in how you apply extensions if you want short hair and how you apply them if you want long hair. The extensions that I got were for short hair extensions. I literally stopped him at the very end and was like, hello, let me keep them for a few weeks. The reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of you guys were literally so outspoken with regards to the application of the extensions. So much so that I literally had the guy who put in these extensions for me for free. I literally did not pay for them. I'm being fully transparent here. I got these for free to be able to support his business and to also be able to give you guys new content. So he did these for me as a generosity, as a kindness of your heart. He literally called me and was like, I'm so concerned with the comments I'm receiving because it does not reflect my work. I'm not gonna lie, the comments kind of shocked me. And like, I'm used to them. I'm used to like mean comments, negative comments, critical comments, and I welcome them because especially if someone didn't fully understand the concept of the video, I feel like it is my duty and it is my role as a creator, as an educator, to educate better. But when the comments refer to someone else in my videos, I always feel this like third party kind of guilt. So I'm like, I invited someone to take part in my videos and someone else, a stranger or strangers, are now, you know, posting mean stuff about their work, about their service, about something that they were excited about and now they're going to be conscious of. Like, I wanted these extensions, but I wanted them short, and I failed in that video of me putting in the extensions to explain that to you guys, and that is my fault because the extensions were put in very, very correctly for the haircut that I wanted and want. But because I kept them long, I was like, let's leave them as is and I'll play with them for a few weeks before I cut them. He did an absolutely fantastic job of the extensions, but obviously you guys didn't get the memo. Instead, you were very, very critical of the work, which I thought was completely unfair of and a bit mean. Just something to keep in mind. Anyways, here is the length so far. I absolutely love it. Obviously, we're gonna go way shorter because my hair is all the way up there, but I just wanted to get the bulk off before we get into the neatening of this, because obviously so far it is still like this. Also, I received a lot of comments because we used keratin extensions, which is made with the keratin protein, which means that it is not detrimental to the health of the hair. They show because they do not stain, because it's keratin. It's a fiber that cannot be stained, which means that yes, it's visible. Do I mind it? No. Should you? No, because it's not on your head. I'm pointing it out if you are also going to get extensions of yourself, they might be visible, so they are probably best on blonder hairs. I'm going to start with a generic horseshoe section. Horseshoe literally means you go around your head. Now, the reason why this is very good if you're going for one length haircuts is because you're able to see how it would look throughout the whole frame of the head. What tends to happen with one length, if you just start from the back and then work your way up and to the front, is that as you're working, you might lose sight of which side is longer or shorter. So if we do a horseshoe straight away, we can see from the very first section, hey, one side is longer or shorter, and we're able to correct it from the beginning. So we can very clearly see my hair over there. So we're going to kind of follow this, and then as we go around, we're going to slowly start to drop the front so that it follows the shape of my jaw. It's probably worthy to mention that these types of clippers do tend to work better on dry hair. Rule 1 of our channel, mistakes are accepted. To use scissors, wet hair. To use a clipper, dry hair, straight dry hair. I trimmed off the whole bottom layer of hair, but it's very evident to me that for me to be able to get the straight haircut that I want with such a device, the hair needs to be straight and dry. I'm gonna go ahead and very, very quickly straighten it. I miss this hair.
Touch me and I'll make you understand. Do you know the things you make me feel? I can show you if you take my hand. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Let me take you under where nobody can see. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Harder than the summer, so put your hands on me. Put your hands on me.
Is the back wonky? Yes. Do I care too much? Not really. I'm making sure that the fronts are of equal length. I think they are. This I want to clean up. And I'm not fussing too much about wanting it perfectly straight. It's because A, these are extensions. There's a limit to how much you can cut to have them be the same all the time. And B, I don't tend to wear my hair terribly straight. If anything, I tend to either curl it or leave it kind of curl naturally. So I am very happy with that. Funnily enough, I really hate this length of hair. I think then it becomes boring. Anyways.
When you feel like it's so, you will find your love.
I think I am super happy with this length. Obviously, it is looking a tiny bit puffy, so I am going to go in a tiny bit with my scissors and just slice out some length as well as point cut to remove some weight. So when I posted my extensions video, I received a comment from a person telling me that that is why they unfollowed me. According to her, I fake my happiness and I fake the satisfaction that I find with my hair, which I thought was a bit of a rude comment, because I understand us as influencers, as content creators, we want to create content and we want to create hype, which is why sometimes it might appear that we are faking joy, we are faking excitement. But my entire platform, my entire channel revolves around hair. I make it so clear that my only intention on this channel is not to create a look, it is to experiment with a look. Regardless of whether that turns out pretty or grungy or bad or it's a fail, I am just finding joy through the experimentation, through the art of trial and error. And for me, these extensions were that. Everything that I showed emotion-wise in that video was excitement towards the fact that I now had extensions, something that I never in my life had before and something that I was so excited to play with. According to her, I was faking it, which now it's just making me conscious that apparently I have a face that looks like I fake my excitement. I think that that is such a weird thing to leave on someone's page because I share my life with you guys. My battles, I share my fails, I share everything. I try to be as transparent and honest with my work as I can be because at the end of the day, part of what I do is educate. And if I fail, there's a chance that you might fail. So I wouldn't want to give you false information or anything of the sort. So when someone tells me that I was just faking my excitement or enthusiasm or anything of the sort just so I create hype, I think that that is a really uncalled for comment because this is what I do. I have no reason to fake my excitement. If I wasn't excited, I would just tell you, listen guys, I'm not excited. That would create just as much hype and create just as much engagement because there would be like, oh my God, she's unhappy with something. But that is not the case. So it just kind of reminded me why I tend not to read my comments and more importantly, reply to my comments. I will admit I'm very, very, very shit at replying to you guys, even the very, very sweetest comments. I have a very hard time finding the time and the energy to reply because 10 nice comments will still not outweigh the weight of one bad comment. Genuinely, and I'm saying this from someone who's been on the internet, on social media for many, many years, a bad comment has such lasting effect that we tell ourselves it's okay, it doesn't matter, but the reality is that it stings. Every time I receive or anyone else receives negative comments, it stings. So as a result, I tend not to read my comments, for which I am truly like ashamed of it because at the end of the day, I want to listen to what you have to say as much as you guys hopefully want to listen to what I have to say. It's sometimes a painful process or a hurtful process. And I sometimes do not have the heart to put myself through it. I'm just saying this just so we can be a tiny bit more mindful of what we say, what we assume, and what we imply. I always try to be as positive, but as honest and transparent in my work as I can be. I try to give you the best that I can offer. And sometimes that means that I would be tired and I wouldn't be able to express my enthusiasm as much as I want to because I have been filming for 7 hours like I had been on the day of the extensions. Or sometimes I'm just down or I'm sad or I'm affected by whatever else is going on in my life. And I can't show as much as I want to show. But believe me, it's there. Otherwise, I would tell you. When I fail, when I make a mistake, when I fuck up, I'll be honest. I'll be like, listen, this was a mess. Learn from my mistakes. That is the whole point of this channel. I will leave it at that. I am very, very grateful for everyone who does give me their time, who does give me their positive, kind energies, and I'm truly sorry that I'm not able to get back to you. It is one of my deepest regrets in my life, but I want to put me first, and I want to not have to put doubt in my head. I don't want to do that to myself. So yeah, it's the haircut moment. I get emotional with haircuts. Anyways, this is the finished look. I could not be happier. I'm going to give this a style very quickly and then give you a very final reveal. But I'm super happy with this. Before you say anything, it looks choppy because it's unstyled, and also that's because that's how I like it. Okay, I think I'm gonna curl it. 3, 2, 1. I'm in my superhero era. Also, bobbed Stella is back. To anyone who might be new here, this is my absolute all-time favorite haircut ever. I routinely go for it every single year. And last year I shaved my head and I was like, when it grows back, this is the haircut that I will strive for. 10 months later, we are here. I feel like if you're going to give yourself a haircut at home, you give yourself something that is recognizable, noticeable, transformation. Thank you, Alexa, for suggesting this. This was actually probably one of the coolest, smartest things that I've ever done. And I'm so happy to have been able to combine so many of my favorite things. Haircutting, extensions, bluish emeraldish hair. Oh, how pretty. point cutting. Anyways, this is my hair. I'll leave it for a little while. I still want to experiment with a few more haircuts on this hair, but I think it is so absolutely cute the way it is now. And I think it blends so much better with my own hair now. I am going to be giving it a color touch-up, don't you worry, but I think overall it just looks so darn cute. Point of this video is get out of your comfort zone and cut your hair a tiny bit and be nicer on the internet. And also don't be a prick. This was the reason that we added extensions, so we can cut my hair short while still playing around with a bit of fun elements, okay? That's it. There was thought behind it. It wasn't a bad service, it wasn't a bad application. There was thought behind it that we didn't expose to you. Sorry. If you missed the original video, head over and watch it. If you have watched it, leave something nice for us to read. I still like reading beautiful, nice, friendly comments. So yeah. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, join the Stella fam, let's learn a thing or two together. If you obviously want to cut your hair or whatever, you have my full blessing. If you want to get hairless this summer, try out the Kenzie, use code HAIR20 to get 20% off your next purchase, so give it a go. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a go, and I will see you on my next video. Bye babies!